Hi everybody. Welcome to the fourth module on school counseling. The module speaks about the theoretical foundations and counseling approaches in terms of Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Piaget's theory of cognitive development has been developed by Jean Piaget and is commonly known as developmental stage theory. This theory focuses on the complete details of the cognitive development in children. It explains elaborately the intricacies in the development of human intelligence. Epistemology is about the study of nature and acquisition of knowledge. Piaget chose to call his approach as genetic epistemology in the sense that is focused on origins, otherwise called as genesis, and development. According to Piaget, early cognitive developmental processes are based upon actions and later proceed to change in mental operations. The theory emphasis was on the origin and the processes involved in developing the knowledge of human beings. Cognitive developmental theory encloses a variety of other theoretical domains, including cognitive development, ego development, ethical reasoning, and conceptual understanding. Despite their different dimensions, there are commonalities across domains like explaining behaviors, nature of change, and the specific characteristics of the higher stage outcomes. Similarities among these approaches are the stage theories of development, in which stage is expounded as a special, distinctive, and persistent cognitive system for information processing. Another similarity is the hierarchical stages characterized by abstract and flexible cognition. In this developmental perspective, the behavior is a result of the interplay among heredity, environment, and time. The module on theoretical foundations and counseling approaches concerning Piaget's theory of cognitive development comes to you in the form of 3 videos. The first video is on the process of cognitive development, and the second one will be on the stages of Piaget's cognitive development. The third video will deal with the implications of Piaget's theory of cognitive development with that of the approaches towards school counseling. At the end of this first video, you will be able to understand the process of cognitive development as proposed by Piaget. Piaget's theory claims that every child is born with an innate physiological base which progresses to contribute to intellectual development. In other words, the innate biological qualities like making a variety of motor responses acts as a framework for the following thought process. In Piaget's view, the root of intelligence is in 2 biological tendencies. One is called as organization and the other is called adaptation. The organization is a tendency in human beings to integrate thoughts and experiences into a cognitive structure, and its fundamental base is in logic. This structure is termed by Piaget as schema, that is, a way of organizing knowledge. For example, an infant is originally capable of either looking at objects or grasping them. Gradually, integration of these 2 separate processes occurs, enabling an infant to look and grasp something at the same time. This integration process becomes the cognitive structure. Then comes adaptation. Adaptation is a coping tendency of a child that is innately present, which fosters the development of higher mental structuring. Development in each stage provides a foundation for the next stage, facilitating children to gradually adapt to increasing challenges in the environment. Also, adaptation happens through 2 complementary processes. One is called the assimilation and the other one is called the accommodation. In assimilation process, the child tries to modify or change new experiences to fit into schemas, and when new experiences cannot fit into the existing schema, accommodation occurs, which is otherwise called the restructuring or modification of what is known. This takes place to better fit the new experiences of the child. Most developmental processes involve some blend of assimilation and accommodation, which involves equilibration. Equilibration is a biological drive to obtain a balance between schema and environment. Cognitive equilibrium is an important factor in cognitive development apart from maturation, physical environment, and social interaction. This is an ongoing process that occurs more as a child moves from one stage to another. Equilibration forms a base for the cognitive development, as it is a process that crystallizes and converts mental representation. A state of disequilibrium occurs when a child faces discrepancy between the schema and the environment. This in turn motivates a child to achieve equilibrium. The equilibrium is disturbed by new demands from the environment and the individual's need to find more stimulation. There are two factors that were identified by Piaget as contributing to the stimulation of cognitive development. They are an external factor and an internal factor. An external factor is a demand from the environment, whereas an internal factor is the individual's need for new stimulation. The disturbance in cognitive balance leads to the application of the process of assimilation and accommodation and adaptation to a new environment, thereby forming cognitive structure. Now, let us understand the process of cognitive development with an example of a young child learning the concept of dog and cat. A child looks at a picture book with the mother beside him, and the mother identifies a picture as doggy. The child's mind constructs a schema on dog, as dog has 2 ears, 4 legs, and a tail. A few days later, the child sees a real dog in the park. The mind starts checking with the schemas already formed: 2 ears, 4 legs, and a tail. Finds everything is okay and addresses it as dog with a state of equilibrium. A few minutes later, the child gets near the dog and feels its furry nature and hears its barking. The child gets confused and the mind gets into a state of disequilibrium. To resolve this disequilibrium, the child starts to assimilate information from the environment and the parent to add additional schemas to dog. The dog is furry and the dog barks. This is added to the existing schema that a dog has 2 ears, 4 legs, and a tail, which is called as assimilation. After this process of assimilation, the child now is in a state of equilibrium until he looks at a cat in the same park the next day. Start checking with the schemas developed for the dog. The dog has 2 ears, 4 legs, a tail, furry, and barks, and finds the first 4 schemas to be true and addresses the cat also as dog. The mother besides tells the child, no, it's a cat, as it meows. The child hears the sound of a cat. The mind gets into a disequilibrium state. To resolve the confused state, the child mind starts actively revising the learned concept and start constructing a new schema known as accommodation. Through accommodation, the child gets back to an equilibrium state with a schema on cat being developed. A cat has 2 ears, 4 legs, a tail, furry, and meows. Eventually, the child starts to identify the other differences and could pick out the other similarities between them easily by a process called organization. Hope the process of cognitive development is made clear to you with a relevant example. We'll meet you in the next video and explain the stages of cognitive development. Thank you.